Guess what time it is, guys? It's dinner time. Today for dinner, I am making riced cauliflower crusted pizzas with pesto sauce and butternut squash. And what that's going to be is I have my rice cauliflower. I'm just going to mix that with 1 egg and some shredded cheese. I just happen to have some of that in the refrigerator, so I'm going to mix it together to make my crust. My butternut squash is going to be cut up and put on top of my pizza, on top of my pesto sauce that I'm going to make. And I'm just using the ingredients that I have. I have some basil, some pine nuts, salt, olive oil, lemon, and Parmesan cheese. I'm going to grate the cheese up, get all my ingredients for my pesto sauce in the little blender, and get it all blended up. And I'm also going to get my crust ready because I want to pre-bake it before adding my sauce to it. So come along with me and let's do this. All right, I've poured my 12-ounce bag of my cauliflower rice in the bowl, and now I'm going to put a cup of my shredded cheese. You can use whatever you want. This happens to be what I have on hand. So I'm going to use a cup of that and 1 egg. I'm not adding any seasoning to this because I want it to come from my pesto, and I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of my olive oil in there as well. So I'm going to put 1 egg in and a tiny little bit of my olive oil. Just a splash, so like a teaspoon. All right, I'm going to mix that up. Combined well. All right, I'm going to pack this in my cast iron skillet and get in the oven to pre-cook. Before I put my pesto on there, I want it to start to set up. And then I'll get my pesto started. Guys, I don't follow recipes. If that's what you're looking for, you're on the wrong channel. It's not my style. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the cast iron skillet ready to go. I'm going to just put a little bit of olive oil on my pan and put my cauliflower crust inside. I want it to get good and crunchy, crispy, golden. All right, add this here. There we go. I like to pack it in there and push it in its place with my hands. All right. Really pack it in tight. Go again, you do what you want to do, but this is how I like to do it. You follow the directions that you're used to, or jump in and try it this way. The goal behind the way I cook is to help people learn that things don't have to be so difficult. It can actually be fun to cook in the kitchen using the ingredients that you have and make something delicious and nutritious, guys. All right, this is ready to pop into the oven in just a second, and then I'm going to start my pesto. Okay, while that is in the oven getting toasted, I'm going to start making my pesto sauce. I'm just going to throw some ingredients in my little blender and blend it up. I have a squeezed lemon, In this cup, I have my basil, about a cup of basil in there. I'm going to put in about a half cup of Parmesan cheese, sprinkle of salt, and some pine nuts and olive oil. Not following a recipe, guys. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. I'm just making use of the ingredients I have and making something super simple and delicious and nutritious. All right. So first I'm going to add in my lemon juice. I've squeezed the lemon and I'm going to use all of that in my pesto today because I don't want to put a bunch of oil on my pizza. I'm going to add in a good pinch of my salt. I'm going to add in my cheese, my Parmesan grated cheese. My pine nuts and my olive oil. It is good to go. Normally I'd probably use more pine nuts in this, but I'm using what I have. You can use any kind of nuts that you have also. Pecans, they work really good. Pistachios, whatever. Alright, that might be, I don't know, about 3 tablespoons maybe. And then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of my olive oil. And that is it. I'm going to put my lid on, put it on my blender, and whip it up. I'm going to turn this on and get started. That was really loud. All right. It is very, very blended. I'm going to add just a little bit more salt in there and mix it up and see how my cauliflower crust is doing. Looking good, guys. It's time to get it out of the oven and start putting my toppings on it. And then I'm going to raise the temperature on the oven and put it back in to finish it off. I'll be back. I'm going to add my pesto and then top it with my acorn squash. So I'm just going to take it, put a couple of spoons of this on here and smooth it out. And there's already cheese in the crust and there's some Parmesan cheese in my pesto, so I'm not adding any cheese topping to my pizza. There's plenty. I'm just going to enjoy the flavors that this is going to bring in. You can use the ingredients that you like, but make sure they're healthy, nutritious, and delicious. All right. Now I'm going to drop on my butternut squash, my butternut squash. It's quite colorful, full of nutrition. I did raise the oven temperature to 475. I do want it to get golden on the top. Even though there's no cheese there, it'll still get nice and gold. So, it's going back in the oven. I'll be back. There it is. It's finished. I'm going to slice it and plate my dish. I'll be back. There it is, the final product, guys. Remember, make good choices. Remember to subscribe, like, and share my videos. And I will see you next time for another healthy meal. Cooking healthy doesn't have to be complicated. Have fun in the kitchen. Bye.